For this task, we will be looking at line art, so using the pen tool, and we'll be looking at the gradient tool as well. So this is task 3 for pre-VCE. So I'm going to do the type tool and I'm going to type my title. So pre-VCE task 3 using the pen tool and gradient tool. All right, what you'll need to do is you will need to use the template provided on Schoology, or you will need to find your own 3D noodle bowl to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto Google and I've typed in noodle bowl illustrator. So we're looking for one that is 3D. So because we're working with gradients, we need to show the shadows and the tones. So we can't use something like this because it's too simple. So we actually need to find one that has different gradients. I'm going to use this one here because we can see there's a lot of tone in here. And this is a great example because we're going to start with our structure. So what I need to do is I need to right click, save image as, then I'm going to type in noodle bowl pre-VCE viscom. So I have that saved. Then I'm going to go onto Illustrator. You're going to go to File, Place, and then you need to find your image. If you found your image, you need to click on it. Then I'm going to press the word place, and then I can click anywhere on the page. There we go. What Illustrator does as well, which is really important, is they already put the largest size possible of your image. So I cannot make this image any bigger. If I do, I'll show you at the moment, if I make this image bigger, it then becomes pixelated. So it's really important to make sure if your image is this small and Illustrator makes it this small, then you need to leave it that size. So I'll show you now what happens. I'm going to hold down Shift, I'm going to drag it. And you can see that it's a little bit blurry. It is really important that we don't enlarge our images because Illustrator already makes it the perfect size possible when it places your image in. So I'll just show you again. So I'm going to press delete. So File, Place, select your image, press place. There we go. So that's the largest size that I can have this image. That's it. I can't make it any larger or it becomes pixelated. What I can do though is I can press Ctrl+ to zoom in. So that's what I did before. Okay. This is what we're going to do. Something like this. So what I'm going to firstly do, because I'm going to trace this bowl, I need to lock this layer so I don't keep pressing on it. So over here is my layers. I'm going to click on this arrow here and it gives me everything that is in my layers. So if I press on this eye, it disappears and then it reappears. Okay, so this is the layer here that I want to lock. So next to the eye, there is a blank square here. I'm going to click on that, and then you can see that there is a little lock picture here, which means this layer is now locked. I cannot move the bowls anywhere, but I now can trace on top of them, which will be nice and easy. So I'm going to use my pen tool. I might zoom in a bit more, and we're going to start tracing this. So now you can see it's a bit more pixelated. Okay, so I'm going to go around here. So we're not using the ellipse tool, we're not using the shape tool, we're actually using the pen tool. So make sure you're using the pen tool for this one here. So I've just clicked, and then I've clicked again, and I'm holding down my left click and dragging it around. I'm just tracing it. I'm going to click back on my anchor tool here. Then I'm going to keep tracing this shape. Then I'm going to click on this metal again here, and I'm going to keep going. This sometimes might happen, and that's all right. I'm just going to Control minus to zoom out, Control Z to go backwards, and then start again. Click there. Then click at the very beginning again, but drag it out. Okay, now that I'm happy with that, I need to change my fill and stroke. So I'm just going to use this swap arrow here to swap it around. You can see that my stroke now is really thick. So I'm going to make it thinner. So I'm going to say 0.25. There we go. And now it's a lot thinner, which is great. Now I'm going to trace the rest of this bowl here, and this is what you're going to do as well.